Okay, so we're going to have fun on this topic, okay? It is now August the 27th, folks, and still no news concerning whether or not Shannon Sharpe is going to sign an extension with FS1. There is no new news on has even Fox Sports 1 offered an extension to Shannon Sharpe, but we're about to address and tackle what I have heard thus far. Now, a lot of Shannon Sharpe fans are going to throw apple and oranges comparisons. The first thing they say fans of Shannon Sharpe, which by the way, I'm a fan of Shannon Sharpe, but I'm not a blind fan of Shannon Sharpe. There's a lot of people out there that are, but hey, to each his own. The first thing people talk about is how popular he is on social media. Shannon Sharpe is extremely popular on social media. A lot of people are going to argue the fact that he does have an audience on FS1. I can concur and agree with that as well. Here's where we, agree to disagree. A lot of people feel that Shannon Sharpe is more popular than Skip Bayless, that he can just do Undisputed without the expertise of Skip Bayless, and they will draw the same ratings and do the same numbers. I am not a fan of that analogy, which goes to the phrase of apples and oranges. A lot of people want to throw oranges on a box that is specifically made for apples. Okay, so let's get into what I have heard and the news. It seems like Fox Sports 1 has been doing a lot of house cleaning for the past several months, and they have really done a lot of house cleaning. A couple of weeks ago, Joy Taylor is now the secondary host for Speak for Yourself. They have done a lot of changing with their programming. A lot of shows that they once promoted 2 or 3 years ago are no longer there. And it's due to the climate of the recession. We're still, at the end of the day, when the COVID pandemic started, it affected a lot of industries out there, including sports media. All right, so that's one suggestion on why Fox Sports 1 has done a lot of house cleaning. The second proposal is they're under new management. All right, the management that that brought Skip Bayless to FS1, Colin Cowherd, Chris Carter, a lot of those ESPN personalities that they brought over to Fox Sports 1 are no longer there. They're new management. They have no relationship ties to these personalities. But I have heard that Fox Sports 1 is highly committed and highly positive of Skip Bayless and Colin Cowherd. They may change a lot of things around with their programming, a lot of personalities around with their programming, but at the end of the day, they're going to hedge their bets with Skip Bayless and Colin Cowherd. Nothing's going to change from that perspective, but everything else is going to change. So if your name is not Skip Bayless or Colin Cowherd, you're going to be moved around, or you're just going to have to find you another place of employment. Now, they have let go of a lot of personalities, and I told you guys this was pretty much going to happen on the last video when everybody was clapping and applauding that FS1 is doing better than ESPN, even though, once again, apples and oranges. I kept telling you guys, ESPN is in more households than Fox Sports 1. Okay, look at the cable packages, look at the satellite packages. Okay, just don't look at your region, look at the whole region. ESPN is in more households than Fox Sports 1. If they just do 60% of the audience that they have, and they draw numbers from that, they will still do better with 100% of Fox Sports 1. FS1 is not in a lot of packages. It's not in a lot of regions. Okay, I kept trying to tell people that, but people, once again, apples to oranges. Okay, so Fox Sports 1 has been struggling with their ratings. That's another reason why all these changes. They gambled big, and they lost big as well. Okay, they have lost a lot of programming. They were the first on board of having the UFC on Fox Sports 1. Remember how everyone was tooting their horns and things of that nature? It didn't do the numbers they thought that it was going to do. Then they switched that to SmackDown, and SmackDown is not as popular like it once was in the 90s. I think they're like a decade too late on bringing the WWE to FS1. All right, so with all of these changes, economically, they're doing it because of that move, as well as the ratings are not matching their total ideal on these channels. They thought that they thought they had a winner with Undisputed. Now on FS1, Undisputed is the most popular show on FS1, but it can't even beat out First Take, and it comes on an hour earlier than First Take. But once again, you got to look at the overall households that have ESPN in their package versus FS1. Food for thought. Do any of you guys realize that Fox Sports 1 is on Pluto TV? And Pluto TV app is free. Okay, all you have to do is download it, and that's it. All right, but it's pre-recorded, and even it being on Pluto TV, it still isn't registering and doing a lot of numbers. They thought they had the First Take killer in Undisputed, but the numbers are not showing that. Now, when it first premiered many moons ago, it stole some ratings. It was the better rated show than ESPN, and that's with ESPN going through their turmoils, okay, trying to find a replacement for Skip Bayless. They thought they had it in Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman chemistry didn't balance well with Stephen A. Smith. Okay, they let him go. They hired Christopher Mad Dog Russo. There were spikes in those ratings over there at ESPN, but a lot of people don't like Christopher Mad Dog Russo. A lot of people don't like, it's either they don't like Christopher Mad Dog Russo personally and professionally, or they just don't like Christopher Mad Dog Russo's takes. Okay, he's an old head. All right, so a lot of young viewers are not elated with Christopher Mad Dog Russo. All right, but he's doing the job and helping for ESPN keep their ratings. Not to mention the fact, Stephen A. Smith feels like he was the savior of First Take when Skip Bayless asked him to join First Take, even though First Take, First and 10, Cold Pizza was doing those tremendous numbers without Stephen A. Smith. But that's another video for another time. Okay, let's just get back into Shannon Sharpe, shall we? All right. So now the word around the campfire is FS1 is doing to Shannon Sharpe like Sean Marks and the Brooklyn Nets are doing with Kevin Durant. They're saying if you're that important, if you're that legit, there's going to be someone that's going to offer the sun, the moon, the stars, the total package, the total enchilada for you, Shannon Sharpe. And if someone bids more than what we're bidding, then we can renegotiate at the table and you can get that type of contract. Okay, Shannon Sharpe is betting on ESPN or Amazon to outbid Fox Sports 1, to force Fox Sports 1 back at the negotiation tables, because Fox Sports 1 feels like they have all the leverage when it comes to negotiating a contract with Shannon Sharpe. They feel like that they believed in him before anyone else. Okay, a lot of people don't realize Shannon Sharpe was on CBS Sports, the football pregame, and it went downhill over there. They it didn't turn out very well, and it was just bad blood between CBS Sports and Shannon Sharpe. Sorry about the noise in the background, but your boy is on the patio. All right. So that's what Fox Sports 1 is hedging their bets on. I'm hearing Amazon as well as ESPN is going to offer Shannon Sharpe that type of money. And between the two, I feel like Shannon Sharpe might go to Amazon. Here's why I feel like he might go to Amazon. He can still be himself. If he goes to ESPN, he's going to have to tone it down some, okay? He's going to have to tone down his personality. Now, Shannon Sharpe's personality does not rub very well with a lot of personalities over there at the Worldwide Leader of Sports. Plus the big wigs over there, they're not heavy. They want a family-friendly show. They don't want politics. They don't want stuff that you quoting from social media. They just don't want that type of nonsense over there at the Worldwide Leader of Sports. You know, they had an individual like that was doing stuff like that, and his name was Stephen A. Smith. And Stephen A. Smith has toned down a lot, okay, from ESPN. I feel like Shannon Sharpe feels that if he goes to ESPN, he's going to have to tone down a lot of stuff. He can't be himself, so to say, at ESPN, but he will take that bag if they offer it to him. Now, another place he's banking on is Amazon. Amazon is heavy into the sports entertainment, okay? But they want that big figurehead that's going to launch them above Fox Sports 1 or ESPN. And Shannon Sharpe is that individual that can do that, okay? He can be himself over there at Amazon. He can, you know, he'll get a big bag over there at Amazon. But the one thing and the reason why Shannon Sharpe has not said yes to Amazon, not yet, is because what does Amazon has to offer? They have no NBA package. They they have sort of an NFL package, but everyone has an NFL package, all right? And they're not in a lot of markets. Amazon is not in a lot of markets, but I feel like they're slowly but surely getting into more markets than FS1. He can do the same thing what Skip Bayless did with FS1. Skip Bayless left a well-run organization over there at the Worldwide Leader of Sports, and he went and betted on himself to go to Fox Sports 1. And at that particular time, FS1 was having fishing events, gymnastic events, rodeos, and things of that nature. Skip Bayless betted on himself, went to Fox Sports 1, and now he's the highest paid broadcaster, or whatever y'all want to call him, of the two big networks, which is ESPN and Fox Sports 1. All that can subject to be changed if Shannon Sharpe goes to Amazon. Now, I have a third possibility of what Shannon Sharpe might do, all right? And that is to join Apple. Apple is trying to get their streaming service on and popping, and they will love to have an entertainer such as Shannon Sharpe. He's very charismatic on the camera. He's a wordsmith on the microphone, and he can say whatever he wants to say over there at the good folks of Apple, all right? I feel like ultimately Shannon Sharpe is probably going to return back to FS1. FS1 has no choice but to give him the money that he is asking. He's not going to take any less. He'll probably take a little bit more, but I feel like FS1 is stuck in a situation here because if they pay him the same as Skip Bayless is not going to be happy. Okay, both of them making the same amount of money unless they separate those two, and Shannon Sharpe has his own show on FS1. Skip Bayless has his own show on FS1. I can see a possibility in a narrative spew that way, but that would really that would sort of make Skip Bayless not happy with Fox, And that would probably lean him back to ESPN once his contract is up with Fox Sports 1. So I'm thinking that Fox Sports 1 and Stephen and Skip Bayless has an agreement in place where no personality will make more money than him if they premiere on Undisputed. All right. So I feel like there's I feel like that's a loophole for Fox. They can still give Shannon Sharpe the same amount of money or more money than Skip Bayless, but move him to another show. They might move him to Fox Sports, okay, and be with the Monday Night Crew over there. They might let him have his own show late at night. Those are the possibilities of him if he makes the same amount of money as or more money than Skip Bayless. Now, Shannon Sharpe might just say, you know what, I don't want to rock the boat. I'll just take what you give me, okay? But Shannon Sharpe has emphasized on social media that he's all about getting that bag, and if it means he has to get up and move, he'll get up and move. So still, it's August the 27th. I don't know when I'm gonna premiere this video, but Shannon Sharpe, the possibilities of Shannon Sharpe moving away from Undisputed is about 65% likely, if I had to put a percentage on it. Either Fox Sports 1 pays him what he wants and he has his own show. Maybe Skip Bayless has a new host, because if you look at Undisputed, they have been changing moderators, okay? And they have been on and off the air. Now, a lot of people are going to say that was already pre-recorded, that was already in the cards, already in the plan. They're supposed to have a summer break and a summer vacation and things of that nature. People are going to allude to that, and no, you're 100% right on that. But I feel like ultimately this could really hurt Fox Sports 1 if they lose Shannon Sharpe, because they really don't have anyone penciled in to be the debate arguer against Skip Bayless. They really don't have anyone. Now, Marcellus Wiley is still lurking out there in the weeds as a possibility. I also told you guys that Marcellus Wiley or Emmanuel Acho, if they don't get a deal done with Shannon Sharpe, do not be surprised if either of those guys be the debater against Skip Bayless. I think Emmanuel Acho will be perfect for Skip Bayless, but but he's sort of the same carbon copy as Skip Bayless. Now, he doesn't say crazy stuff just to irritate people, but he does have takes that a lot of people may be totally against. But I feel like Marcellus Wiley is entertaining, he's funny, he's he's witty, and he's sort of in the same lane as a Shannon Sharpe. He says stuff off of social media as well. He says sayings from rap lyrics and things of that nature, but he cleans it up a lot, okay, versus Shannon Sharpe. But we don't know. I feel like Shannon Sharpe will probably return back to FS1. FS1 is struggling, folks. A lot of people was high on the FS1 horse, high on the bandwagon, saying that they're going to overtake and dethrone ESPN. I have not seen nothing like that happen. And I kept telling you guys when FS1 was started, this was ultimately going to happen. You can check out my videos on this channel as well as my other channel. I'm Chris the Don. I'm Chris the Don 1. I have illustrated this. I have said this ad nauseum. Fox Sports 1 was never going to dethrone ESPN because ESPN is in too many pockets in sports entertainment, and it's in too many households. That's pretty much, unless something changed, and nothing has changed. I really think the COVID-19 pandemic has slowed down the growth and development of Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1 was hoping that they will be launching in more households, but now, and I feel like it's the pandemic, but it's also the streaming services. This is a new day and age. People are not spending hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on satellite and cable packages. They're just getting their streaming service and just watch, and they're just picking and choosing what they want to watch. All right, so Fox Sports 1 is in a pickle right now. But yeah, that's all I got for Shannon Sharpe. Like I said, we can do a quick rundown. Shannon Sharpe still has been offered an extension over there at the good folks at Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1 is, being patient and just waiting it out. Shannon since Shannon Sharpe contract ended in July the 27th, I think Fox Sports 1 is banking on the right thing. They feel like Shannon Sharpe does not want to go nowhere but stay at Fox, if push comes to shove. But Shannon Sharpe has said on social media, now this could be a bunch of talk, that he's all about the bag, and if it means he has to get up and move, he will get up and move. We'll have to wait and see on that. But he's betting on himself, and I feel like if he doesn't get a deal done over there at Fox, I feel like the two places I can see him is Amazon and Apple TV. I feel like those are going to be the two places. I don't think NBC, CBS are even in the running. All right, he done been there and done that with CBS, and NBC is just way too small. So, like I said, everyone's throwing out these apple and oranges comparisons. They're throwing oranges in a box that's perfectly made for apples. Okay, but guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys on the next video. Deuces.